The Midday Mix on Mix 93.8.
So on the line with us, we have Mike Anderson from NSBC Africa. Mike, welcome back to the show. How was your Easter break?
Damian, all good, thank you. And of course, back to business now and great weekend. And I'm sure you've had a great weekend as well. I hope so anyway.
Yeah, no, it's been very, very nice and chilled, but ready for the week. So we're going to be talking about a really important topic today, a topic that you're really passionate about. Is years back you experienced some enormous adversity, overcame this adversity and moved on to enormous success. I think this adversity is a very important thing when it comes to business. It's never nice to go through, but I think if you approach it correctly, you can really grow from it. You've also written many books on this topic and spoken at international events on this. So what is your take on the topic of adversity?
You know, Damian, adversity is something that all of us have to go through, some more than others, you know, whether it's a death in the family or a loved one or an illness or a financial adversity. And, you know, everyone has their turn, unfortunately. And the big thing is that it's a choice to overcome that. And there are key measures and key strategies that one can do to overcome it quicker than normal. And I think that's the big thing is, and you know, no matter who we are, we all at some time are going to face that, and it's important to understand that we have got control over that, and we can choose to do a few things that can make a massive difference.
When it comes to adversity, is it one of those things that it's important how you choose to react to it? What you do after it or during it makes a difference?
Absolutely. And I think that's the important thing is, you know, you've just got to kind of accept it and you've got to understand it and you've got to see what you can do and, you know, follow a few key tips and strategies and keep that in mind.
So how does one overcome adversity? Could you give us some key survival strategies that help us get through these tough times and see the lights at the other side of the tunnel?
Yeah, Damian, first of all, let's look at a few positives that are born out of adversity. First of all, it gives us a wake-up call. It self-exposes our weaknesses and strengths. It increases our willingness and the importance of doing good. It strengthens our faith. It strips us from pride, arrogance, and self-centeredness. It prepares us for a meaningful future. It enables us to have empathy with others facing adversity and allows us to seize new and meaningful opportunities. So let's look at some key areas. You know, over the years, I found the key survival strategies that have allowed me to get through the tough times. You know, I've interviewed many people around the world who've gone on to become incredibly successful people, but in the beginning faced enormous adversity. And I think the key area is, let's look at the first one, acceptance. Acceptance is unavoidable. Don't fight it, accept it. There's nothing you can do to change it. You are where you are meant to be. Believe that. Your path of life is laid out for you and you can never have changed its course no matter what. And remember, no one is immune to pain and adversity. The next thing is, don't assume what will never happen. Don't assume the worst in the road ahead. Problems of the present are difficult enough to deal with. Don't add to your misery by worrying about what might happen in the future. Most of your troubles will never happen. And of course, another key area is a positive attitude. Pain and death are part of life. Although pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. We can choose to be strong. It is not misfortune that produces suffering, but an improper reaction to it. Even under the worst circumstances, we can choose to focus on the positive rather than the negative. Be positive, exude happiness, build self-confidence, be energized, and make today and tomorrow important in your life. Yesterday is gone forever. Then, of course, patience. This could be the hardest of all, Damian, although one of the first things we must develop when faced with adversity. The key to developing patience is to know in the end, everything will work out the way it's intended to. Surrender yourself to the fact that there is a time frame for everything. Importantly, it is just a matter of time and everything will be okay for you. And the key thing which most people neglect, forgiveness. Forgive others for wronging you, but not allowing yourself to forgive. You utilize a great deal of negative energy as you harbor old thoughts and feelings. Learn to forgive and use the same energy in a positive way to back your life. While forgiving others, make certain you forgive yourself for any misgivings and shortcomings. Then, of course, detachment. Give yourself the space or freedom to be you. If something is meant to be part of your life, it will materialize. So there's no need to desperately hold on to anything. An important one, Damian, quiet time. Allow for quiet time to reflect. Take some time out daily to relax your mind and humble your heart. You'll find answers in the silence. And then, of course, do things. Eliminate boredom, otherwise it'll lead you towards frustration and depression. take up a hobby, do some writing, volunteer your time, or spend time with friends and family. Any of this will make you feel good about yourself, allowing you to want to move forward. Then, of course, it could be worse. Count your blessings. Look around you. Read the daily newspapers. I mean, look what's happening internationally right now, Damian.
Yeah.
Become exposed to various charities and you'll see what you are not that bad off. Then, of course, the opportunity. We need the winter to appreciate summer, rain to appreciate the sunshine, and adversity to be thankful for the calm after the storm. Adversity is an opportunity to lift yourself to a higher level. A smooth sea never made a skillful mariner, of course. Then finally, never ever surrender, never give up. You have to believe that there is light at the end of the tunnel and your situation is only temporary. Have the strength to become the victor. Clear your head of the past and focus on the future. It is only you that can decide the path ahead, and you can decide whatever you want. And remember what Aristotle said, Damian, happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence.
I really like your approach in these strategies because I feel like not only is this something that could really help you in terms of your business side, but personally, on a personal level, I think it really lends itself to a lot of growth in terms of your happiness, your family, outside relationships, outside of business as well. So I think your overall outlook and your overall experience is just going to get better if you follow these strategies.
Absolutely, Damian. And all these key points here is a choice. You know, we can stand up to that. We can either choose to curl up in the corner and die or stand up and hit this head on. Because each one of these points we can learn to do right now.
100%. It's all within us. Mike, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. We'll catch up again with you next week. Same time, same place.
Wonderful, Damian. I look forward.
Mike Anderson from NSBC Africa. For more info, you can visit www.nsbc.africa.
The Midday Mix on Mix 93.8.